Very original. A top 10 video. What's next? TikTok videos of you dancing with teenagers, you old bastard.
Glorify Toaster.
Hello everyone, Happy New Year, Happy 2021. It's New Year apparently. Nothing feels different. I think everyone hoped that the change of the year would make a difference to anything, but it hasn't, unfortunately. We're still in lockdown, we're still battling COVID, and we're still having to follow crazy rules. So, to that end, I thought I'd do my top 10 bots of 2020. Because, I mean, I wasn't gonna, but I got so much good stuff last year that I thought I would. So, in no particular order, Siege Ultra Magnus. Now this lad, I wanted him obviously because he's a fantastic looking G1 mainline Ultra Magnus, and the only one I've got G1 Ultra Magnus, and I've got loads of like Prime Ultra Magnus and stuff, and Energon and things like that, but I've not got like a decent looking updated G1 Magnus. I certainly haven't got the Masterpiece one. And I wanted him, but he sold out dead quick, and then once he'd sold out you could get him on like eBay and Amazon, but he was dead expensive. And I looked and I thought, is he worth like spending 60 quid on it? And because I really wanted him. But then Bargain Max got him in for like 40 quid, and I was like, yes please. So I picked up, lovely. I'm not too keen on the alt mode. He's a good enough Magnus figure that I don't think I'm going to buy the Kingdom, like Earth Vehicle mode Magnus. So yeah, fantastic. Goes dead well with all my other sort of figures on my 86 movie shelf. So yeah, love him. So not really new for 2020, but oh, and by the way, I'm in my bedroom because, like, you know, family are still off, schools are still off, so I can't get pieced downstairs in the games room, so I'm up in my bedroom hiding, making videos. Junk Heap. Got this year, last year even. Now, good toy, not amazing by any means, but I mean, he's a unique mould for me. I've not got anything like this. He's also a new character for my collection. Like, I really like it when I buy a figure that's like a new character. I've not got any other figure or iteration of that character in my collection, so having him in the collection is rather. I love the colours. He's an arse to transform, but you get used to it eventually. But yeah, I don't have any decent Wreck-Gars, so he kind of takes the place of Wreck-Gar on the 86 shelf. Cog. I never went for this guy the first time because I wasn't really keen on the weaponizers to begin with. I love them now, like they're amazing now, like fan favourites as far as I'm concerned. And then I watched the Netflix Siege show, and then I had to get Cog. So I got him, and I love him. His colours are awesome. The fact that they've got such a versatile weaponizer, but still giving him a really, I mean, like the fact that he splits it into bits to sort of accompany other bots, it doesn't detract for his look. Alright, his alt modes, he's like singular alt modes that he's got are rubbish, like really, but that's not what he's designed for. He's a bot that's meant to weaponize into other figures, and he does that perfectly well. Yeah, and if you've seen Earthrise, poor Cog. Another figure that I picked up this year was Nemesis KO bloody Deformation, whatever they're called. It's that knockoff of the Studio Series Bumblebee Prime, but in Nemesis colours, basically. Oh, this figure's so good. This is the first figure I got in 2020. Paid a tenner for him off of one of the sort of Chinese sites, and he arrived like 2 weeks later, and I was sure I wasn't going to get him because of how cheap he was. It was no postage or anything, and he's absolutely fantastic. And I've since picked up the official SS like Prime, Bumblebee Prime, the actual one, and I must say that the difference in quality is next to none. Other than a dodgy panel there that I kind of feel people sitting on. I'll peel it off. That I've stuck to me a bit of blue tack. This guy's got no QC issues. He's lovely. Feels and looks just the exact same, other than colour scheme or the official. And just to have this quality on Nemesis Prime was absolutely lovely. Absolutely lovely. Oosh. And speaking of primes, picked up this year. How could I know? It's Earthrise Prime. As close to Masterpiece as you're going to get for that price point in a mainline. It's such a fantastic figure. I still prefer Siege Optimus Prime to this one, just because he's a bit snazzier. But yeah, this is a must-have for any collector. Such a good figure, does the job, looks amazing, you know, his pose as well, it's all blah blah blah. Comes with a wee matrix. Hello. And it's just an all-round amazing figure. There was no reason not to pick this up. And now there's like, what, 7 different variations on the mould? You've got animated colours and bloody Dead Prime and Nemesis Prime and Shattered Glass Prime. Yeah, if you can, it's the same as the Masterpiece mold. If you can get your hands on any of them, do it because they're so good. Yeah, I would be surprised if he wasn't on everyone's list, to be honest. Now, this might be a controversial one, maybe? Decepticon Colours Mirage. Now, if you've watched the Siege show, and you should, because it's good, probably better than Earthrise. I'm going to do a video on Earthrise, but I'll get a couple of weeks until people have seen it and stuff. But yeah, they released this figure, the Netflix figure, just before the show came out, and everyone's like, oh, Decepticon Mirage, oh, what's that mean? Is he going to be a bad guy? And things. Turns out it's like, there's a scene where they try and trick some Decepticons. He walks up like this and straight away turns back into his normal self. So he's literally on screen like this for like less than 10 seconds. But I love the mold anyway, the Mirage mold. I like it, I don't care. People moaned about the clear blue plastic on the normal one. Don't care, loved it. Got this, loved it even better. Such a unique figure. Love the colours, love the yellow eyes, and it's just bloody lovely. I just like looking at it. Next figure is lovely. It's a chair. No, it's a Quintesson. Now, we all love the 86 movie, and to get an actual Quintesson, oh, get down there, crazy. To get an actual Quintesson, I mean, oh look, it's too fast for that he'd stick on. It was just fantastic. The fact we got these, the fact we got the Alicons, and even the Pit of Judgment pack, which I never got because I already had like most of the figures, and I wasn't paying 90 quid to get variations of them. Oh, this was such an iconic character. When you watch the film as a kid, that's what stuck out. You're like, oh, who is this five-headed? Whoa, what's going on? And then later on, when you find out who they are and stuff, it always felt like this was missing from a collection. And even though it doesn't really do much, it spins. It's alt mode's terrible. Just to have it, it's just lovely. It gives me no end of pleasure just to have it on my shelf and look at it. And I even painted the Jetstream, which was clear on this version. I painted it orange to look like a flame, and it does the job. It's like, oh, I was going to show you on the chair, but I've just dropped it. Yeah, having that on my shelf and being able to look at it, set up with the Alicons and the Sharkticons and stuff, it's awesome. And I was very happy to get it. A bit of hoo-ha getting it as well. I pre-ordered it from an online retailer, and they just never acknowledged that I'd ordered it. So I got it for Smiths. Now, last three, because it's not so much the top three, it's the last three, but I saved them till last because these are my favourite moulds of the year. Although two of them are the same mould technically. So number 3 is G2. I can't remember his name. Sideswipe. Now it's not particularly this Sideswipe. It would have been G1 Sideswipe, but I got him last year. But it's this mould. I've got this, the original Sideswipe. I've got Red Alert as well. And these figures, this mould is absolutely amazing, and I can't get enough of it. And just the black and red, such good colours. I wish I had the upgrade kit to add the spiked wheels and the holster with all the bullets or whatever rockets on them and stuff. Grenades, that's what I'm looking for. But yeah, such a fantastic mould, very versatile for what it is. I mean, you've got like 4 or 5 characters if you include Tiger Tracks or whatever it's called. And I just love it. It's so simple yet so effective, and that's what a lot of Siege, Stroke, Earthrise, and even now Kingdom is. It's just good. There's not a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Compromises. That's what I was meant to say. There's not a lot of compromises in the mould. You're getting like a sleek profile in figures without any kibble, but then they're getting like a decent alt mold as well. So yeah, I get no end of joy out of these, and I'm so glad that I picked up the G1 looking Sideswipe as well. Itchy, because it's a fantastic mould. And with that in mind, number 2 is Gigawatt. Now, how could you not pick this up, eh? There's not going to be many Transformer fans that are at least familiar and like the Back to the Future movies, familiar with and like. Being the mould it is, I mean, it's obvious, but not that it's the same mould. And the detail in this, I'm surprised he's not been sold out everywhere. The detail in this, the quality, the paint job, everything. I'm going to do a review on him, but oh my god, it's so good. I don't usually go for figures that are like crossovers. Like I hated that Optimus Prime Ghostbuster thing. I'm not too keen on the Ecto 1 one, although now that I've got this, I might get Ecto 1. But they usually didn't. I had that kind of, it's not like a real, like a canon Transformer. like character, I don't really go for it, but this was just too good to pass up. If you were just going to buy it as a DeLorean model, oh my god, everything about this is amazing. So I highly recommend buying it. If you've not got it, buy it because it's good. I'll do a review very soon. So that was number 2. And number 1, and again it's because I love the mould, Cliff Jumper. Now, the only Cliff Jumper I've got apart from this is the Prime Cliff Jumper, which is a good figure, but it's no really Cliff Jumper, if you know what I mean. Poor bugger gets killed right at the start of the show, but I've not really got a G1 Cliff Jumper. So when I got this, when I've seen this, alright, folk moaned about the price point, 19 quid for this, and or whatever, a deluxe price point for this, and he's clearly not a deluxe, don't care. The engineering's so good, the mould is so good that it's worth the money, the quality's so good, and yeah, I'm a huge fan of this robot. It just does the job. Can I balance it in my hand even though I've got the shakes? Just does the job it needs to do. I'll do that. That can be my... There you go, that's my thumbnail ready for YouTube. Aye, this, you're not going to get better than this. Wah! Oh, that's not very professional, is it? Aye, fuck you, like. Yeah, I've got every iteration of this mould. I've got Bugbite, Hubcap, Bumblebee, which I just picked up last week, and him. And each one, even though they're all, like, other than head sculpts and colour, they're pretty much the same apart from Bumblebee's the bug mode, but they're all so good. They're so, the mould is so nice that I had to have them all. I just had to. So there you go. Aye, Cliff Jumper, probably my favourite figure that I picked up last year. Again, because I've not got a decent G1 Cliff Jumper, so he's filled like a space in my collection. But because he's so good as well, it's just, oh, yum. There was loads of decent stuff last year. I was going to do a top 20, but then it would have just been, I would have just been as well showing you my shelves and just been like, look, here's everything I got, they're all great. There's no many toys for last year that I got that I didn't like. And I never got loads, to be honest. I got my fair share, but it was mainly just the mainline stuff and a couple of online eBay purchases. But God Almighty, there's so many good things. So, like I say, all the Cliff Jumper molds, brothers, Hubcap, Bugbite, and Bumblebee, awesome. All the Earthrise stuff, the Prime mold's amazing. The Sideswipe mold's amazing. Even like the Wheeljack, it's so close to being Masterpiece level. It's not even funny. The gulf between Masterpiece and mainline has went, and even though the price point for Kingdom as well has went up a bit, it's so worth it. It's so worth it. When I first started collecting, I was paying like 16 quid for a Combiner Wars Deluxe, and they're knockoff Poundland quality compared to the stuff we're getting nowadays. So yeah, there we go. 15 fucking minutes. Jesus. Sorry. I know for sure nobody's watching this now. I'll take that off. I'm letting my hair grow and my beard grow during lockdown. I'm not going to shave it just for something today. So I want to look like a hobo at the end of this COVID nonsense. So that's why I'm going to be wearing a hat and videos to cover up. My hair grows in really patchy. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you with reviews soon. Oosh.